There with Trent Bolton, different type of bowlers, but they would have gone fuller with the swing. I don't know what your thoughts were.
Yeah, I mean, it's a really good sort of opening hour for a batting team. You've gone out there, won the toss. Yes, there's been a little bit of movement, but the pitch is fairly easy paced. You're playing for your off stump a little bit, and England have kind of allowed them with that shorter leg. They've gone short at Mikael Louis on purpose, but they just haven't managed to locate the area on a good length. Just about there. Often enough. But look, bowlers yourself, you'll remember this, you're not robots. You kind of know that that length is there for the taking, but sometimes you're just unable to locate it for whatever reason often enough. So the West Indies will be very happy. What they have to do here, though, Bish, is really be incredibly watchful after the break. How many wickets have they lost after drinks breaks in the series so far?
Thank you, gents. Very good. Yes, this is an important period after that break that Mark Butcher was referring to. We've marvelled at the pace of Mark Wood, but also there's a fair degree of skill involved with what he's doing as well. Not just bowling fast, but his wrist position and the movement he's getting. But so far, Craig Brathwaite and Mikael Louis have managed to stick it out. 20 player misses in that first hour. And perhaps a bit more movement than many expected when we saw the straw-coloured nature of this pitch and the overheads. Ooh, not a million miles away from the glove. And Ben Duckett is stationed round the corner. Duckett goes from that position of catching close to catching deep. Very fine leg. Leaping from the lad next door is Mark Butcher.
Ian Bishop's going to be very cross with me if West Indies lose a wicket after this break.
Again, uncomfortable. Completely not in control as well. Had that hit the top edge, Duckett had been placed down there for that. Bashir is also out in the deep.
Comes up for West Indies. He did a little piece on this, in the way that Brathwaite very few runs in return. Eventually, when the mistake comes, you feel as though you've gone nowhere. That's been the issue for Micah Lewis. Shapes up pretty well. Just a little something he could add. Just in terms of being able to take a bit of pressure off himself, whether that's rotating the strike a bit better, having a super strength whereby the bowlers feel I can't bowl there because he'll punish me. At the moment, England know that they can bowl length and just back of a length, and he's going nowhere.
Pleasant viewpoint to watch the cricket. A bit removed from the action, but packed Edgbaston. That tempo you're sort of referring to is what West Indies did very well in that first innings at Trent Bridge, particularly the likes of Athanaze and Hodge. When scoring opportunity was afforded to them, they leapt onto it. Not that many opportunities, though, in fairness, with the ball zipping around, as you highlighted with Bish. A few too many over pitch perhaps from Woakes, but otherwise it's been immensely challenging with the swing and the nip. I think that slipped out of his hands. You sort of heard Penn Stokes on the effect mic say, "Oh!"
Gave us your best Lord Flashheart impersonation there. Ball has swung, that is for sure. Pitch is pretty decent. But you'd expect that. Day one of a test match, it's allowed to do a bit of something.
It is. The surprise is how much it swung from so early. Pretty much from the first ball. We are used to the characteristics of this Duke's ball, that it takes maybe 10 overs just to get to work on the leather, get the lacquer off, and then it starts to hoop. You certainly saw that in game two. This one, though, straight out of the box.
Yeah, I was watching West Indies bowlers bowling into Sean Tate's mitt on the side of the ground, and the ball certainly moved. They were brand new, certainly moved prior to play through the air. Sean also had cause to go and take a box out of the kit bag because it was wobbling so much after it went past the stumps. He was a little concerned about not laying a glove on it and laying something else on it.
An uncomfortable end to the 17th over, 52 without loss. Forecast set fair for the duration of the test match. A few in fancy dress. Certainly a few in the Hollies stand in fancy dress. It will be blue for Bob, though, tomorrow, we hope. Everyone will try and buy into that as we try to raise awareness, raise funds to fight prostate cancer. Atkinson is back. Mark Wood bowled 4 overs quickly with movement. Short burst for him. Back into the attack, Atkinson. 3 slips a gully. Papers dispense with the protective helmet. That's behind Jamie Smith. He's gone into position on the leg side, saving 1.
Short leg is a position that's kind of gone out of the game a little bit for seam bowlers, unless you're going with a short ball ploy. But I think with a player like Mikael Louis, because he's looking to get forward so often and forward to deliveries that are back of a length, do you run the risk of, with one nipping back a little bit, getting sort of a bat into the thigh pad and it just ballooning up into short leg. Much more so than players who stay back and play with softer hands.
Maybe leg side. I'm going to say it did the batsman for pace, but it was slippery.
Yeah, when that full ball does come along for Louis, such long periods of time not scoring, not locating the middle of the bat, you miss out on the gift ball.
I was fascinated listening to Stuart Broad and the first commentary stint when he was talking about short leg and his utilisation of it and the change of length it would require from him. It forced him to bang the ball a bit more back of a length into the pitch. So guessing Atkinson is going to try and be a little fuller. There is no short leg. Is that right, Stu, or am I talking rubbish? He's listening to the radio. Nice. Nothing more than a push, but it's going to go for 4. A very simple stroke brings a good reward.
Yeah, and that's the area that England have been avoiding to Mikael Louis. He's played some really pleasing drives, both off and on, throughout the course of the series, when England have got it in that area for him. Perfectly set up just to push forward, drop that big bat on it, ping it back past mid-off for 4.
Just fell across it a little bit. 56 without loss. He'll feel he's missed out on 2 in that over.
Yeah, you can see the frustration in the body language. Can't believe he's missed out on 2 sort of leg stump-ish half volleys. Dean Wilson, formerly of the Daily Mirror, now West Indies media manager, press baron.
Make him sound like Robert Maxwell.
That's a comparison he wouldn't enjoy at all. Top man, Dino.
He hasn't got his ears in, so I got away with it. So Stokes again from the Birmingham end. Edged, flashed over the top of slips for 4.
Yeah, I'm not sure whether this is intentional or not from Ben Stokes, but it's the second time in consecutive overs that he's bowled that very full, wide delivery at the West Indies captain. No real position to get out there and drive it, and he's lucky to get away with one.
Mark Wood bowled 4 overs today, quickly. A couple of the takes from Jamie Smith sort of reminded me of a few years ago, quite a few years ago, when we used to come here and watch Keith Piper leaping about to the bowling of Alan Donald.
He's not been well, Keith Piper. Do believe that he's on the mend at the moment. Yeah, what a keeper he was. Wow. Some quick pitches back here at Edgbaston in the early mid-90s. Left them green, and Alan Donald enjoyed them immensely.
There's another full tempter. Just prior to that delivery, Stokes had put Bashir out onto the square leg boundary from an orthodox square leg. Perhaps just trying to say to West Indies captain, don't forget I can bowl a bumper. Threw the teaser up. Duncan Fletcher always reckoned that that man should perhaps be about 10 to 15 yards in. Bashir is right on the fence. It's quite a big hit, actually.
Yeah, slightly into the breeze. Yeah, the theory being that you're not out there for the full-blooded one out the middle of the bat. You're there for the miscue.
It's going to go straight to him. Now you watch. In swinger from Stokes ends the 19th. 60 without loss.
See a really nice shine. Beautifully buffed Duke's ball. Very well behaved Hollies at the moment. Beautifully verdant outfield here at Edgbaston.
I was thinking that this morning, actually. I thought maybe reverse swing, quite an abrasive pitch. And then I looked at the carpet that is the outfield. England don't want reverse just yet. They're going okay with the ball swinging normally, but the wicket column is bare. Despite the play and misses, multiple play and misses.
Yeah, West Indies have not had difficulty making decent starts, really. 61 for none in the fourth innings at Trent Bridge. Past 50 as well, the pair of them, Louis and Brathwaite, in the first innings. Brathwaite would love to turn the 40s that he's been making into a big one this time.
Oh, he's got into a right pickle there, and he's got away with it. Had no idea. It was a good change from Atkinson, and it caught him off guard.
Yeah, two fielders back for the hook shot. Louis took it on anyway. Waite coming forward, not convincing at all. No real position to pull it. Wasn't looking to try and hit it in front of square either. And gets away with one.
I think Joe Root's just got something in his eye. That's the delay. You need your eyesight if you're standing in the slips to someone like Gus Atkinson. Don't think Joe wears contacts, so maybe a little fly or midge or something. That Crawley is peering into his soul.
Might have to use the force.
Oh, a good take. Good take in the end from Jamie Smith. He had to react very late with that left mitt.
Bounce this from Atkinson. And then the seam staying almost like a saucer. And the ball wobbling away from Jamie Smith. He's done well so far as an England keeper.
So for Craig Brathwaite, Ollie Pope goes and grabs the protected helmet. So he'll slot in that short leg. What a deep short leg. Efficient. It will probably bring a couple. Helps that one down to Bashir. 68 without loss. Yeah, those numbers we just put up there for West Indies captain, when you look at those as an individual, you think, done the hard work, certainly at Trent Bridge, got in. Yeah, you can get out and nick off as an opening batsman. And that's what happened at Lords. That's part of the parcel of the job. But once you've got through that period, you'll really want to cash in. Perhaps today is his day. Well, we saw Pope pull off a blinder at Lords in a similar position, but that was well out of his reach. And it has screamed away for 4 down towards the Holly stand.
Well, it has been 10 tests between centuries for the West Indies skipper. Almost 18 months worth, and he almost gave it away in the 40s again there. Again, no real conviction to it. He wasn't trying to smash it through cover on the up. Bit of a waft.
.50 for West Indies captain. He's battled it out with the ball hooping around and nipping. He's got to that small personal milestone. He will want, and his team will need, him to go big.
Yeah, steely determination from West Indies captain. Tell at the back end of the Trent Bridge Test match how much that collapse had stung him. How much he wanted to try and put the record straight. His team have fought hard, and he's leading from the front here.
There's that tempter again. He is, though. Ben Stokes admonished himself after that delivery, so half thinking it's a tempter, half thinking he's getting it wrong. It's just not quite happening for him.
I reckon it's the latter. Just cannot hold the line. Well, when he starts it off on middle stump, it doesn't swing. When he starts it off on off, it gets wider and wider, and he doesn't like it.
That's his spot. And we've said it countless times, what makes him so dangerous when the ball is swinging like this is the angle that he attacks the crease, the position his bowling arm and wrist get into. As a batter, you think it's coming back on the angle, and it stands up and attacks your outside edge. Yep. 74 without loss.
Well, in a morning where everyone that walked out to the middle here at Edgbaston said, oh, this is a good batting deck, England had made the ball talk. There's been a real arm wrestle between these two sides. And as much as they've made it talk, as Atkinson has done here, the opening pair of Brathwaite and Louis moved along to 74 without loss. Stuart Broad, we've spoken about on numerous occasions in this series about the Duke's ball, 10 over.